Good?
Yep, I got you guys from the waist up.
Awesome, perfect. Okay, so to do the first section of Kunsi, which is Kunsi 1, we want control of the arm. It starts if someone's punching straight at us, just with controlling that hand. So you can do that with a parry, you can do that with vertical destruction to get to this outside. And then Thomas, I'm gonna move and put my back to you, so you might wanna shift a little bit. Then I'm gonna switch my hands. This hand is gonna get control of his hand, and then my arm's gonna come and get right behind that elbow. So I'm gonna go like right behind there. And from there we transition into Kunsi 1. You wanna come around, Thomas, to the other side maybe? So this position where John and I are essentially facing the same direction. For armbar 1, which is the first position of Kunsi 1, it's this arm, my hand right underneath his elbow, coming out here straight ahead. Notice how his shoulder has to go up a little bit. I'm not lifting my arm, I'm lifting his hand. I'm just going straight forward, and as a result of my arm being there, his arm has to shift. So that's armbar 1. It can become an over-the-shoulder armbar. It can be done just straight on, but this arm gives us more power and control over it. To transition to Kunsi 2, I keep my hand here, and then I rotate my hand back to this powerful position. I'm protecting myself. This is a good, strong position for moving someone, and I want to impact him by keeping this hand and moving. I'm going to push forward and down and take a step forward, so now he's impacted. So he can't really get up because I'm pressing down. Notice my 90-degree angle on that arm. To move into the third position of Kunsi is if he's not going to stay here. No one likes this position. He's going to resist, and so when he resists, I go with it. So go ahead and come on close. I just turn to face him, and my hand slides around his wrist. I still have it, still have control of it, but I've slid it. And this arm that was here is still there and tucks this way. It doesn't tuck behind because I'm not pulling forward. I'm not pulling back. I'm going to press forward. I want my whole hand on both parts, and I'm impacting. I'm locking out this shoulder and pushing back. This is a figure 4. This can be a takedown if I step forward and keep pressing. The next part of Kunsi 1 is that I bring this hand down and shove his shoulder up. I'm going to thread through. So before that, like we were here, drop the hand down, so we're essentially like reversing the order, and I shove it up. Hand through and thread. I don't need to grab all the way over, I just need to grab the back of his arm. I'm going to kind of block his arm right here with my arm, grab this one, and in one move, I'm going to move this forward. I pull it close to my body, and now I'm turning to face the same direction. So I was facing that way, now I'm facing this way, and I have his arm. It's another kind of shoulder lock. I can stretch his neck out here, knee towards his face, knee to IT band, knee into the body. He could straighten this arm, but my hand is already here, so I'm going to keep that elbow and keep pressure down on that elbow. My hand is here underneath because I have his hand. Instead of grabbing below, I'm going to push down on the hand because that gives me extra leverage on that arm to keep him down and keep it in place. It's a temporary thing. He will eventually get out of that if I don't do something. So it's just moving from one lock to the next, one response to the next, and moving through the flow. That's it. Kunsi 1. Thanks, John. Thanks, Thomas.